welcome to another episode of On the Pitch with TJ Picks. I'm your host, TJ Raff. Welcome back, guys. International soccer came and went, and we're back to league play, kicking it off on Saturday, November 23rd. We're going to start off with the MLS, guys. The MLS playoffs are back, and there's no more stupid 3-game series. These are 1-game matches. New York City FC taking on New York Red Bulls, guys. The Battle of New York is going to go down here. New York City FC is a plus 122. New York Red Bulls plus 213. Last time they've matched up together, New York City FC won 5-1. And they were actually dogs in that game, guys. Prior to that, New York FC 2-1 over New York Red Bulls. In the most recent games, New York City FC 0-0 versus Cincinnati. They had beaten them 3-1, so they ended up winning in the penalty kicks to win that series. Actually, no, they didn't go to penalty kicks. They tied. They did go to penalty kicks, but they won the best out of the 3 series in the last matchup, guys, taking out Cincinnati. New York Red Bulls upset victory over the Columbus Crew, guys. Nobody thought they were going to take out the Columbus Crew in the best out of 3 matchup. So one team that's not supposed to be here, one team that is supposed to be here, guys. They're both from New York. There's only one way to play this game. It's not picking either side. We're going with the both to score in the Battle of New York, guys. New York FC versus New York Red Bulls. Give me both to score all day long. Moving on to the battle in the West. LAFC taking on the Seattle Sounders, guys. These guys always have great games. Last head-to-head was a low-scoring game in the Open Cup. LAFC won 1-0. Prior to that, in the Leagues Cup, LAFC won 3-0. And prior to that, LAFC 3-0 versus the Sounders in the last regular MLS game. Prior to that, LAFC 2-1. Guys, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 5 games, LAFC has won. LAFC is at home. Guys, I got to go with the streak. I got to go with the boys in Los Angeles. Give me the LAFC to beat the Seattle Sounders at home. Money line, minus 110. Pretty much even money. That'll do it for MLS on Saturday. Like I mentioned, guys, our top leagues are back. No more international soccer, guys. Got to be careful a little bit because the teams, players have been gone playing for their national teams in Nations League and other tournaments. If the teams weren't in Nations League, some of these players were resting, chilling. Others were playing in competition, so they might be a little bit tired, might be a little bit banged up. We're starting off with the Premier League for Saturday. Leicester taking on Chelsea at home. Current standings, Chelsea in 3rd place, right behind Manchester City and Liverpool. Leicester all the way down to 15th position. Last time these two faced off, Chelsea with the big win, 4-2 in the FA Cup. Leicester coming off a bad defeat against Manchester United and a draw with Ipswich 1-1. Chelsea, very good draw versus Arsenal 1-1. And then a big 8-0 victory over Noah in the UEFA Conference League. Prior to that, though, they did tie Man United 1-1. This one is only going to go one way, guys. Chelsea with the victory. They are minus 196, so it might be a good parlay piece. I think we will see some goals here as well. I think Leicester could get one. Chelsea's always good for 2 or 3. Give me Chelsea money line. Give me the over goals there. That'll do it for that one. Moving on to the next game in the Premier League. Bournemouth at home taking on Brighton. Bournemouth plus 137. Brighton plus 203. Current standings. Brighton is in 6th place. Bournemouth is down in the 12th slot. Last head-to-head matchup, Bournemouth won 3-0. This was back in April of this year. Previous games, Bournemouth lost to Brentford 3-2. Bournemouth did take down Man City, though, a couple weeks ago. So don't forget about that. Brighton also took down Man City, guys. Two teams that have taken down Man City recently, guys. Going to be a good matchup. I like the both to score here. Bournemouth, Brighton, both to score, coming off some big wins and some pretty decent play this season. Give me Bournemouth, Brighton, the two Bs, both to score. Moving on, Arsenal taking on Nottingham Forest, guys. Nottingham Forest. Who is Nottingham Forest, guys? They're doing pretty well this season. They're in 5th place, just behind Arsenal. Arsenal's in 4th place with 19 points. Nottingham Forest, 5th place, 19 points. Brighton right behind both of those guys with 19 points, guys. All three teams have 19 points. Last time that these two teams faced off, Arsenal won 2-1. Prior to that, it was another 2-1 versus Forest. Forest is coming off a 3-1 loss to Newcastle. Prior to that, they won 3-0 to West Ham. Prior to that, they also won 3-1 to Leicester. Guys, Forest has scored in the last 4 games. And I think they can get a goal against Arsenal here, guys. I'm going to have to go with both to score, Arsenal and Nottingham Forest. Arsenal's the big favorite at -294. They should get the edge in the victory here. But since Nottingham Forest has been strong, has been scoring goals, I could see them scoring one here, even though they're a +909 right now at this game. Give me the both to score, Arsenal, Nottingham Forest. Next up, Aston Villa, Crystal Palace, guys. This one's going to be simple. Give me Aston Villa moneyline. Everton and Brentford, guys, is the next matchup. Current standings, Everton all the way down to the 16th slot. Brentford is in the 11th slot. Last game, Everton 0-0 versus West Ham. Brentford's last game beat Bournemouth 3-2. Last time they played against each other, Everton won 1-0. It was at home. Brentford, Everton, in Everton. The current lines for this game are, let me just scroll down to them. Everton +139, Brentford +189. Guys, funny things happen in the England Premier League, and I'm picking something funny to happen here. It's not too funny, though. Brentford is in a better position in the standings. They are coming in as an away team, but give me Brentford +189 for the surprise win on the road at Everton. I just don't see Everton having what it takes. They haven't been playing that well this year. Give me Brentford, the Bees, to come in with the win. Next game, Fulham at home versus the Wolverhampton Wolves. Fulham's a -154 favorite. Current standings, Fulham is in 7th place with 18 points. Wolves, we've talked about the Wolves before. 27 goals conceded in 11 games, all the way down to 19th spot. They're in the relegation zone. They're trying to get out of there, guys. Give me goals in this one, guys. Goals, goals, goals. Fulham Wolves over 2.5. But give me Fulham to get the victory. Manchester City versus Tottenham, guys. Big game of the day. Manchester City -200 favorite. Tottenham +499. Current standings. Manchester City 2nd place, 23 points. Tottenham 10th place. Last time these two teams faced off, Tottenham with a 2-1 victory over Man City. I got to go, guys, with the big dogs. Give me Man City money line. Give me goals. Skipping the France League. No good games on Saturday. Brings us to our favorite league, Bundesliga. Bayer Leverkusen at home, taking on FC Heidenheim. Bayer Leverkusen, a big favorite at minus 526. Heidenheim plus 1391. Current standings, Leverkusen is in fourth spot with 17 points. FC Heidenheim in the 14th slot. This is going to be a parlay piece, guys. Bayer Leverkusen, money line Bayer Leverkusen, minus 1.5. Let's see if we're going to have some goals in this one. Bayer Leverkusen, 21 goals scored, 16 conceded. Heidenheim, 13 and 15. We're going to skip the goal market for this one for now, but give me Bayer Leverkusen, money line piece, and Bayer Leverkusen minus 1.5. Possible minus 2 if you have to go that far. Next game, Stuttgart at home versus VfL Bochum. Current standings, Stuttgart all the way down to 11th place. VfL Bochum, very last place, 18th place. These guys only have 2 points. They've mustered 2 draws in 10 games. Stuttgart, after 10 games, 13 points. Last time these two teams faced each other, Bochum actually won 1-0 versus Stuttgart. So we might be looking at this as a revenge game for Stuttgart. Stuttgart definitely the clear favorite here. Stuttgart coming off a 2-3 loss to Eintracht Frankfurt. Stuttgart has not won in the last 3 games. Stuttgart definitely needs a win here, guys. Stuttgart's going to be a money line piece and a straight minus 1.5 favorite victory. Stuttgart at home for the win. Moving on to Dortmund at home versus Freiburg. Dortmund is a minus 161 favorite. Current standings, Dortmund 7th place. Freiburg is actually ahead of them, 5th spot. It's a very important game for Dortmund. Dortmund has to get this win. Last time these two teams faced each other, Dortmund with the 3-0 victory over Freiburg. In their last games, Mainz took down Dortmund 3-1, and Freiburg 0-0 draw with Union Berlin. They've actually had 2 straight 0-0 draws in their last 2 Bundesliga games. I got to go with Dortmund here, guys. Give me Dortmund money line minus 161. Grab it early. Grab it on Friday when you're watching this podcast. The line will move up by game time. Moving on to the next game, Hoffenheim taking on RB Leipzig. Hoffenheim at home, current position 15th place against RB Leipzig. RB Leipzig is second place, right behind Bayern Munich with 21 points. Only one way to go with this game, guys. Give me RB Leipzig money line. And they're plus 112, though. So you got a good value there, guys. They have one of the best defenses in the league. They are playing away. I just think that they have what it takes to get the victory. Money line, RB Leipzig. Next game, Wolfsburg at home versus Union Berlin. Union Berlin is one of our favorite under teams. You know, we don't like to bet goals when Union Berlin plays. Union Berlin's in 6th place with 16 points. Wolfsburg is in 12th place with 12 points. This is a tricky one, guys. Wolfsburg, Union Berlin, plus 119 for Wolfsburg. Union Berlin, plus 238. Last time these two teams faced off against each other, the score was 1-0 Union Berlin. Wolfsburg coming off a 3-1 victory over Heidenheim. Union Berlin 0-0 draw versus Freiburg. Union Berlin has not scored in the last 3 games that they have played. This is a tricky one, fellas. Looking for an under here, under 2.5, under 3 if you want to get a little bit of juice on it. I don't want to pick a side here. Ugly game. Just go with the under 2.5 goals. Final game for Bundesliga, Saturday, November 23rd. Eintracht Frankfurt at home taking on Werder Bremen. Current standings, Eintracht Frankfurt is in 3rd place, 26 goals scored, 16 conceded. Werder Bremen Eighth place, 17 goals scored, 21 conceded. Last time these two teams faced off against each other was a 1-1 draw. Prior to that, 2-2. Werder Bremen coming off a 2-1 win over Holstein Kiel. Eintracht, big win over Stuttgart, guys. This just has goals written all over it. Give me both to score. Werder Bremen, Eintracht Frankfurt. Give me the over. Gonna keep it simple for that one. That'll do it for Bundesliga Saturday action. Taking a peek at the Serie A, Italy. We got Inter Milan, Hellas Verona. You know what? I'm gonna actually look at this one a little bit. Hellas Verona is in the 14 slot after 12 games, 17 goals scored, 27 conceded. Inter Milan, 26 goals scored, 14 conceded, is in the fourth slot. Hellas Verona is usually involved in big scoring games. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the last 5 games have seen over 3 goals. Inter Milan coming off some low scoring games versus better competition. 1-1 draw versus Napoli. 1-0 win in the Champions League over Arsenal. 1-0 win over Venezia, but that was at home, guys. When they play away and they play against weaker competition, against teams that can score a goal and give up a lot of goals, guys, we see goals. Give me the over in Hellas Verona versus Inter Milan. Guys, I smell goals in that one. Inter Milan can be a good money line piece at -263. That's what we're going to take. Big game, also in the Italian Serie A. Might as well look at it. AC Milan at home taking on Juventus. This is a big game, always a big game during the year. 6th and 7th place, respectively. Juventus, 21 goals scored, 7 conceded in 12 games. Very good defense. AC Milan, 20 goals scored, 14 goals conceded. Both teams are giving up, pretty much less than a goal a game. Last time these two teams faced was a 0-0 draw, guys. That's what makes me worried about this game. 0-0 last time they faced off each other. And prior to that, it was a 1-0 victory for Juventus. Last game for AC Milan was a 3-3 draw versus Cagliari. Prior to that, in the Champions League, AC Milan took down the all-powerful Real Madrid. Prior to that, AC Milan 1-0 win over Monza. Juventus 2-0 win over Torino last game. Juventus 1-1 draw versus in the Champions League versus Liga. Guys, even though they went 0-0 in the last head-to-head and a 1-0 prior to that, I feel that both teams can get a goal here. It might be a 1-1 draw, but give me both to score in AC Milan at home versus Juventus in the Italian top game for Saturday, November 23rd. Let's just scan the leagues here. All right, we got to go to La Liga, Spain for Saturday. We got a few games there, and we got to go with our team, Barcelona. We like to bet the Barcelona games. Barcelona is going to be visiting Celta Vigo. The young kids at Barcelona are on fire. They've made us lots of money this year. Barcelona's in the first place, 33 points, 40 goals scored, only 12 conceded in 13 matches. Celta Vigo, 13 games, 20 goals scored, 22 goals conceded, guys. You know where I'm going with this one. Barcelona, Celta Vigo. Give me the over 2.5 goals. It might be 3, but give me Barcelona for the win. Let me see if we're going to do it as a parlay piece. Let me see what the line is. Wow. Barcelona's -141. That tells me that Celta Vigo will score a goal. That's a crazy line, guys. Barcelona 141. You got to take them. They have been a little shady when their lines are low like this, so be careful just a little bit. The goals is the best play for this game. Celta Vigo, Barcelona, over 2.5 goals. That'll do it for La Liga, Spain. All right, guys, Saturday. Before we go into Sunday, let's put together a money line parlay with a couple of the teams that we mentioned. Bundesliga, this is a juicy one. We're going to take Bayer Leverkusen at minus 526. We're going to parlay that with Stuttgart minus 300. That's going to be a little bit juicy as well. So we're going to throw in one more to a three-teamer. There it is. Inter Milan, guys. Inter Milan. Our three-team parlay, grandma parlay for Saturday is going to be Bayer Leverkusen, Stuttgart, and Inter Milan. That'll be our three-team grandma parlay for Saturday. Moving on to Sunday soccer action, beginning in the MLS. Orlando City taking on Atlanta United. Guys, nobody thought Atlanta United was going to be here at this point. Atlanta United took down the all-powerful Inter Milan. You heard that right. They took out Messi, Suarez, and the whole Miami crew. Surprised that they're here. They're taking on Orlando City, guys. Orlando City is here after defeating Charlotte in the best out of three series. I mean, there's not much you can say about Atlanta, man. They dominated. They took down the all-powerful team that everybody thought was going to win it, Inter Miami. Orlando City coming off of a 2-0 win over Charlotte, 0-0 game prior to that, and a 1-1. Guys, all for nothing, everything on the board here. Orlando City, Atlanta United, give me the boat to score. Got to go boat to score in these games where they're playing. The loser goes home. Orlando City, Atlanta United, boat to score. Next up, Los Angeles Galaxy taking on Minnesota United. Minnesota United, Los Angeles Galaxy. Last head-to-head game they had, Galaxy won 2-1. Prior to that, it was a 2-2. Prior to that, it was a 5-2 victory for Minnesota United. And prior to that, Galaxy 4-3. You guys know where I'm going with this one, guys. The game's going to be in LA. We're going to have goals. We're going to have fireworks. Give me the over 2.5, over 3 goals in LA Galaxy versus Minnesota United. And give me LA Galaxy money line as a team who will win this game. Sunday action, Premier League. We only got 2 games. Southampton versus Liverpool. This one's easy, guys. I don't even need to go into details. Liverpool, moneyline parlay piece. Liverpool minus 1.5. Liverpool over 2.5 goals. They better defeat this team, even though they're the away team. Liverpool should score 3 goals here or more. Simple. Followed by Ipswich at home versus Manchester United. Ipswich is in the 17th slot. Manchester United, 13th slot. This line seems too good to be true, mainly because Ipswich just took down Tottenham 2-1 as a plus 850 dog last time they played. Manchester United dominated Leicester. Guys, I think even though Ipswich and took down a big team, Manchester United is bipolar. You never know what you're going to get with them. I love the line. Give me Manchester United minus 154. Got to take it. And give me goals here as well. I like the over in the goals. All right, we're skipping the French League for Sunday. Bundesliga for Sunday. Hosting Kiel at Mainz, guys. Plus 207 versus a plus 128. We're going to keep it simple here. When we see these type of lines, we go both to score. Hosting Kiel versus Mainz, both to score. Give me Mainz as the favorite to win this game if I had to pick one for the victory. Followed by Borussia Mönchengladbach at home taking on St. Pauli. Gladbach minus 127 money line. Borussia Mönchengladbach, 9th place versus St. Pauli, who's in the 16th slot in the relegation zone. St. Pauli's only scored 7 goals in 10 games, conceded 12. They have a decent defense. Last time these two teams faced off was a friendly. I'm not going to count that. Another friendly. Man, they haven't played each other in a real game since 2015, so we're not even going to look at that. Gladbach in their last game, 0-0 draw versus RB, who's got a very good defensive team. St. Pauli only lost 1-0 to Bayern Munich, even though Bayern Munich was a 476, so they seem to play very well, good defensively as well. So we're not going to bet goals here, guys, but we are going to go with Borussia Mönchengladbach money line minus 127 to get the victory at home. That'll do it for Bundesliga Sunday action. La Liga Spain. We got one game we're going to look at. That's our buddies at Real Madrid. Real Madrid minus 217 is a parlay piece. Real Madrid taking on Leganes. Leganes, last time they played each other, 2-2 draw. Real Madrid coming off a 4-0 win over Osasuna. I told you that was going to happen, guys. It was in the last podcast. Big win for Real Madrid. We're going to have goals in this one. Real Madrid going to get the win. We are going to see an over 2.5. Real Madrid, 217 money line to get the victory and some goals. Guys, that'll do it for Sunday's soccer action. Let me see if there's a parlay piece that we could put together. Yep, I see it, guys. This is going to be simple. Sunday's grandma parlay of the day. Liverpool money line, minus 357. And Real Madrid, minus 217. Those two teams right there should get 2 easy wins for Sunday's soccer action. I guess that'll do it, fellas, for the soccer Saturday and Sunday. I'm glad we're back. Stay tuned, guys. Soon we'll let you know when we're going to be doing these shows live. I'm going to have some interaction with the folks, with the fans. It's going to be exciting. Stay tuned for the announcement of when that's going to be happening, for the time and date. It's coming soon, so be prepared. All right. It's time for some NFL action. Quick rundown. Kicking it off with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, minus 5.5 favorites at the New York Giants. Guys, over under 41.5. Two bad teams here, guys. Not doing too well. Buccaneers 4-6. New York Giants 2-8. That line's a little sketchy though, guys. Minus 5.5. I'm gonna have to go with the New York Giants plus 5.5. Next game, Detroit Lions minus 7. I think the Detroit Lions were minus 14 this last week, and it didn't matter. Detroit Lions are minus 7 versus the Colts, who are 5-6. Colts coming off a close one versus the New York Jets. Prior to that, they did a good job versus the Buffalo Bills, who just took down KC. So this game is in Indianapolis Colts Stadium. Over-under is 50.5. Ooh, everything's telling me to take the Lions at minus 7 just because it's so easy, but I'm not going to do that. I would take the Colts plus 7. I see a little bit of a fallback game for the Detroit Lions. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I love the Colts at plus 7. Give me the points. Tennessee Titans going to the Houston Texans. Texans minus 8.5 favorites. Wow. They just did dominate the Cowboys, but it was the Cowboys, guys. It was the Cowboys. They are at home. They are playing very well. I just can't do it with the points, guys. Give me this Tennessee Titans plus 8.5. New England Patriots, Miami Dolphins, Dolphins minus 7. You guys know what I'm doing here this week. I think this is going to be a public massacre weekend. We're coming off a 6-6 public versus bookies type of weekend. I think the public's going to get the edge this time. Actually, not the public. The Vegas is going to get the edge. That's why we're going to take the New England Patriots plus 7. These lines are too big. There will be a couple teams that cover the spread, but those that we've just passed are not going to be those. Washington Commanders, the good old Redskins, as I remember them, minus 10 versus the Dallas Cowboys, guys. After watching the Cowboys in this last game and seeing what I saw, I knew that you were an idiot. I'm sorry to call you guys idiots, but if you took the Cowboys in this last game +7, +14 as in teaser, guys, I don't think you've been watching NFL this season. You haven't been watching any Cowboys games yet. You probably didn't know that they didn't have their starting quarterback, Dak Prescott, because that was a dumb play if you took the Cowboys, guys. The Cowboys are disgusting. They're terrible. They've given up. I think they're tanking. They want the quarterback from the Colorado Buffaloes. I think I'm not too good with names, but the Raiders are in the lead to get him though, because they got one more loss than the Cowboys. So the Cowboys are thinking, hey, we might as well lose the rest of the games and hope the Raiders win 1 or 2 because we want that quarterback. Anyways, with all that being said, Washington Redskins -10, -15, whatever it is, at home. Fade the Cowboys. That team is shit. Moving on to the next game, Chicago Bears at home taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota Vikings -3.5 favorites. Talking about teams who are shit and are not good, Chicago Bears is one of those teams. Give me the Minnesota Vikings -3.5. I don't even care. I'm not even going to buy a point. Kansas City Chiefs, Carolina Panthers. Line is 11. After their big defeat to the Buffalo Bills, I'd hate to be playing the Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry, Carolina Panthers. The line is -11. You guys are going to get beat by more than 11. Give me the Kansas City Chiefs -11. I don't care if they don't cover often, but after losing the Buffalo Bills, they're going to cover. Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders. We mentioned the Raiders before. Broncos off a big game in their last matchup, I believe. Denver Broncos destroyed the Atlanta Falcons 38-6. They're going to keep the momentum going, guys. It's the Vegas Raiders. They're tanking as well. They want the first pick. Give me the Denver Broncos -5.5. Remember, I told you I was going to take some favorites to cover the spread, and there you have it. Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks. This is a toss-up. -1 Cardinals. We're going to do a teaser here. Anytime I see a -1 and an over around 47, I love to do a teaser. Give me the team that's +1, which is the Seattle Seahawks at home. Give me them +8 and give me over 40.5. I love that teaser, guys. I've been killing my teasers, NFL teasers. I think I've hit like 6 in a row. When I send out a teaser, it usually hits. Give me the Seahawks +8, over 40.5. Love it. 49ers, Green Bay Packers. I don't know what's going on with the 49ers. They're not playing well right now. Packers are -2.5 favorites. Give me the 49ers to bounce back. 49ers, give me them money line. 49ers money line. Eagles at Rams for the Sunday night football game, guys. This one, I'll go into it more in depth in my VIP. If you're my VIP, or if you want the primetime teaser, that's where I do my best magic. Hit me up before Sunday night's game. This is being recorded early in the week, before the weekend. So I'm just going to give you something here. Philadelphia Eagles, Los Angeles Rams. Rams are at home. Philadelphia Eagles are -2.5. The Eagles are 8-2. Rams are 5-5. It's Sunday night. Give me something funky here happening. Give me the Los Angeles Rams money line. And that'll do it for Sunday's NFL action. All right. That'll do it, fellas. Thanks again for joining me on another podcast of On the Pitch with TJ Picks. Remember, never bet money that you can't afford to lose. Pick your spots, don't overbet, and stay tuned for the live shows that are coming soon, guys. Thanks again for all your support. I appreciate it. Take care.